of the Rhone Alps. There he is, just making those last preparations in his head before he starts to climb.
Taking a little bit of snow off his shoes, that's why he did a little jump over there. Shaking his arms and everything, so he's all the way ready in the cold over here. Although it's not that cold actually. It's at about, I think, like -5 or even a little less. So it's not that bad.
HeeYong Park moves up with the right hand into that ice structure, moving very quickly up those first moves. Very confident climber. As Marianne said, very dynamic climber. Look at that, no hesitation at all. This is going to be interesting, looking at those splits between each section. Big reach with the right hand to the base of that entreprise volume. If you wanted action, this is the place to see it. HeeYong Park always delivers a show. Even if he doesn't top, he always delivers a show. Reaches that roof. Absolutely rapid. Makes the double clip. Easy mistake. If you miss that second clip there, you're disqualified. So he spots that and makes it. Reaches up with the right hand. HeeYong Park, world number 1, looking to take the top spot here at the World Championships.
Carefully moving on this one. It is not an easy move.
Moves
moving
over
up nicely.
with that left foot to change his centre of gravity and reaches over with the right hand to the top of that EP volume. Right hand side of that EP volume, of course, with that big hold. Let's see if he opts to skip the move. Takes the hold with his hand, just like we saw Mohammad Reza Safdarian do.
Very smart.
Makes
Gives you
the
more
clip.
height.
Kicks in hard with that right foot and reaches over with the right hand. Big move into the underside of that volume, into that undercut. Look how powerful that move is. All the strength in the left hand. 5 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock for HeeYong Park. He is about 15 seconds faster than Valentin Sipovin was, and about 12 seconds faster than Radomir Prushenko was. So he's moving very quickly at this point and is ahead of them. Stands high into the ice. Great hip flexibility from HeeYong Park. And look at that, he's going to move directly up. Makes the clip and starts the quest into the steepest section of the route.
Moving nicely. He's going straight into a figure of 4 here. That's interesting because most of the climbers going into a figure of 9 on this one. It will take him one extra move again. There he goes.
Reaches backwards with that left hand through the roof section into the figure 4, using that left leg to stabilize himself against the roof and the volume, using the right leg to hold himself over that left hand. Big reach with the right hand for HeeYong Park, climbing very, very well.
Yeah, and that was dynamic. That's definitely what he needs to do. He's not the tallest climber in the whole competition, so he needs to move dynamically as well. And again, perfect dynamic movement, perfect hit on that
Look at
hold.
that body position, putting his feet incredibly high, orientating himself totally horizontally to make that move across to the ice even more efficient. 4 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. HeeYong Park needs to pick up that pace and keep moving quickly. Kicks across, takes that tool in his mouth. Look at that, very experienced competitor, opting instead to reach behind him like the other competitors to pull that rope. He just clips the quick draw onto the rope attached to his harness. Much more energy efficient, much more time efficient. Those little things make all the difference in the Ice Climbing World Cup, and HeeYong Park is a master of those little things.
Those little things, they take you less seconds. It's definitely a matter of seconds on getting higher, but every little move that takes you half a second less will make you so much faster in the end, because it's a lot of movements he has to do.
HeeYong Park reaches the underside of that splinter feature. He's got to climb downwards and left. Puts in the fig 4 with the left hand. Reaches down onto that EP volume, and look at that, such fluid movement. Kicks underneath that volume into the plywood, takes the right hand, makes the move up with the left, and now he's going to enter that steep traverse section. Another high clip from HeeYong Park.
Oh, you saw there lovely how small this hold is he's actually taking right now. You have to move so carefully on that hold. It's nice to see.
Takes the left hand very precisely, matches in with the right. Another big move to go. Puts the fig 4 in over the right hand and opts to lean over to the top hold of the 2 on the AIX volume. Kicks across. Look how high his feet are. Sipovin's feet were in the ice HeeYong Park's feet are almost up round his hands. Not only is he a shorter competitor, but he is so flexible. Shifting between that next volume, places that left tool. Look at that steepness. He is completely inverted on that traverse section. Another big move to make. He is absolutely flying.
Shaking out exactly at the right time, really setting for the next move. This is a really powerful move where we saw most people cut off with their feet, but he holds it perfectly fine over there.
To give you an idea how fast HeeYong Park's moving, he's 1 minute and 30 seconds faster than Valentin Sipavin was. 35 seconds faster than Alexei Dengin was. He's in fact more than that, 45 seconds. He's moving so unbelievably quickly. Right foot over the left hand, big reach with the right hand to that EP volume. This is where we saw Sipavin time out, but HeeYong Park still has 1 minute and 32 seconds on the clock, and he's climbing upwards, up that triangle, where this route will finish. So much time. He's got time to spare here. Very powerful move. Look at the size of that hold. The edge that he's hanging is absolutely minuscule. Takes the hold with the left hand, matches in with the right tool.
Oh, this uses so much body tension. You have to have so much body tension to be able to hold such a little hold over there.
Big reach with the right hand to the underside of that EP volume. Look at him go. Left hand this time. Gonna use that as an undercut. Big swing with the right hand, and that's the last hold. HeeYong Park with 54 seconds on the clock needs to make that last clip, and you can bet that there'll be the HeeYong Park celebration. This is an incredible attempt from him. 46 seconds on the clock when he tops. And let's see if he does his signature move, of course, the HeeYong Park backflip. He waves to the crowd, climbs onto the top of the structure. Every time he's won this season, he's done that. Doesn't look like there's a backflip today. Perhaps no platform really for him to stand on. Amazing work from HeeYong Park. Marianne, that was amazing.
That was a great climb. This was just as it's supposed to be. Dynamic, strong, big moves, and all the way perfectly in time. Efficient clipping, efficient movement of his ice axes. That was just how it's supposed to be.
He doesn't even look out of breath. Now, what's worth pointing out here is the next climber is Janusz Svolchak. He'll be followed by Nikolai Kuzovlev. Svolchak is a very powerful climber. Not the fastest, but very, very powerful. Nikolai Kuzovlev has taken gold medals in speed. And again, he's not the fastest lead climber, but he definitely has power. The final climber this evening will be Yannick Letard. And if